Okay, we are working on question 2 of the project. So find where you saved your Excel file when you were doing question 1, because we're going to pick up where we left off. So open that up and go back to the main data spreadsheet page or tab of your file. And we're going to be working on question 2, which is in column 3. So select the first entry or the title and drag down so that you select all of the responses to question 2. We're doing this first part pretty much exactly like we did for question 1. So once I have them all highlighted, I'm going to go up here and click Insert, click Pivot Table. In the box that pops up, I click OK. And then over here, I'm going to click the box next to Beverage, and we get the list of the possibilities. And now I'm going to click and drag this down into the values box. A few of you might also have to click and drag that down into the rows box if it isn't there already. Like maybe the max, need that done. So now it's given me a count of how many people chose each kind of beverage. So now I'm going to change the headings. So in cell A3 where it says row labels, I want to delete that and replace it with the word beverage, capitalized. And in B3 where it says count of beverage, when I double click on that, the little box pops up and I can change the name, and I'm going to change it to frequency, Frequency. Again, capitalized. And the elements in your table don't have to be in any particular order. So unlike with a Pareto chart, they don't need to be listed from highest to lowest frequency. But if you want to change the order, like if you want other to be at the bottom, here's how you can do that. You don't have to do this, but if you want to change the order, you can right-click on one of the cells that you want to move. And then in the pop-up menu, you can find where it says Move. And when I point to that, I get some choices. So I'm going to select Move Other to End. So when I clicked that, it moved Other, so it was at the end. It was on the bottom of my table. Now I'm going to remove the grand total. So I'm going to right-click on the words grand total. And then in the pop-up box, just choose Remove Grand Total. Click on that. It makes that disappear. I want to make a percent column. So I'm going to double-click in cell C3 and type the word percent. And I'm going to go back and make that bold. And I want all three of these headings to be the same color. So I'm going to select all three of them, A3, B3, and C3, and then go up here to the paint can icon and pick a nice light color, make them all the same color. And now in cell C4, I'm going to type equals B4 and then slash for divided by 75, hit enter. So I took what was in B4 here and divided by 75, which is how many there are altogether. And it's showing it to me as a decimal, but I want it as a percent. So I'm going back to there. I'm going to click the percent icon. Now I want to copy that down through the other rows. So I'm going to click in the little tiny box in the bottom right corner and drag that down. And that copies so that we get percents for the other rows. Now I want to add the grid line border, so I'm going to select the whole table and go up here and select all borders. And while it's all selected, I'm also going to center everything horizontally and vertically. I'm clicking these two center icons. So now I've got the table set up the way I want it. You know, down to the bottom here, it says sheet 1, double click on that and change it so that it says beverage. So I can remember what this page of my spreadsheet represents. And I'm going to go ahead and save my work. I've made the table, and I still want to now make the pie chart. So select B4 through B7, those frequencies. Now go up to the top, click Insert, and over here next to the little pie chart icon, click the down arrow and select the first 2D pie chart. We do want a two-dimensional pie chart. Now, click where it says Design, and go over here up in the top left to where it says Quick Layout. Click that and select the first choice, which is the one where the sections of the pie chart are labeled with what they represent and the percents. So you should now see category names and percentages on your graph. Now we're going to change the title. So double click where it says total up there, delete that, and instead type the word beverage. Oh, I don't want to hit enter. I just want the word beverage. Now I'm going to click on that and go up here, click home, click the bold icon, and let's change it to a size 11 font. Now I want to click one of the category names in the pie graph, and it outlined all of them, so I should be able to format them all at the same time. I'm going to click bold and change to size 10. So it did that for all my category names at once. If it didn't do all of yours at once, you might have to do them all separately. If you want to drag them a little so that they're closer to the middle of their pie chart sectors, you can. You think that looks a little bit better? If you have any extra words or gray boxes or anything like that on your chart, I don't, so I don't have to fix that. But if you do, you want to hide them either by clicking on them and just deleting them, or right-clicking and selecting Hide All Field buttons on chart. Now, click on a blank area inside the largest section in your pie graph. Not on the words, but somewhere in a blank area of that section. And notice how there are little circles around, sort of in the middle and at the edges of that sector. So I'm going to go up to the top, click Format, and where it says Shape Outline, I'm going to click that and click on Automatic. Then I'm going to go back to Shape Outline, click that again, go down to Weight, and select 1.5 point. And click anywhere outside the graph. It might have done that for all of your sectors, or it might not. If it didn't do it for all of them, we have to go back and do the rest of them. So I'm going to do this one, Automatic, Weight 1.5 point. Oh, there it did all of them. So you might have to keep doing that until all of them are outlined in a nice bold black outline. Now, click in the white area inside the box, but outside the pie graph. Click Format again. Go to Shape Outline, and this time select No Outline. And that way there will be no box around the graph itself. So that's all we have to do. Now just save your work, and you can exit out of Excel now. So now just go into Canvas and submit your Excel file under Question 2, Table and Pie Chart in Canvas. That's it.